Hello and welcome to the Games4all podcast, episode 18. I'm your host Dan Young, and with me as always, my good friend
James Craigie. No weird comments.
Makes a change. Okay, so I guess you couldn't think of one this week.
No.
Okay, been busy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's kick off with what we've been playing. Do you want to go first, since I'm hosting this week?
Well, I've been carrying on with Mass Effect.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. Nothing exciting, but it's that same thing. They've just released, or they released a couple of weeks ago, the new big DLC for Mass Effect 2, so I'm doing the playthrough for that. I'm kind of like holding on just in case they butch out any more DLC.
Okay, well, I've got to come to a point where they've finished and they say, yeah, when there's no more, and is that when you're going to properly like it?
Well, no, because they said they've got this whole 2-year plan for DLC.
So you're basically not going to play it for 2 years?
No, I will play it, but I'll just get as much as I can, go through a playthrough, and then when more comes out, I'll wait until another huge lot of DLC has come through to play through. But I will have a playthrough of Mass Effect 1 that I can carry on and do it with.
Okay, fair dues. What else?
Played a bit of that Quantum Theory.
Yeah, okay, well, let's discuss that, because we both played it. Well, there's 2 releases that are coming out this week.
Yeah.
2 main ones, I think the biggest 2 releases. And Quantum Theory is one of them. We've actually got our hands on it today,
Yeah.
a few days early. But we got to play some of it. Basically, Gears of War. I mean, I don't know how to say it really, but
Well, it's like a Japanese interpretation of it.
yeah, it's made by Tecmo. It's
Yeah.
who made Ninja Gaiden and things like that.
Yeah.
So,
But not the same team.
No.
But
no.
it is very much their views on what a Western game is, and it differs quite a lot. Well,
Yeah.
as much as it's the same, it's also they just don't get it, do they?
It doesn't. They don't seem to. I mean,
It's functional. It works.
it's playable.
playable.
It's actually sort of better than I kind of thought it would be in
Yeah.
a way. I mean, I played a bit of the demo and didn't think greatly of it, but then got hands on with the game itself, the final game, and it's a bit better than I expected. I think, I don't think the demo is a fair representation of
No.
the actual the final game. But I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. It is basically Gears of War. The controls are a little different.
Slightly
Different.
barely.
Yeah, barely different. You've got automatic targeting, which actually does take a little bit of getting used to.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's
I mean,
pretty much,
even down to like the character design and everything.
yeah,
So similar to
very
Gears.
heavily influenced or plagiarised
Yeah.
from Gears. Had Gears of War not been released or had not actually existed, then this probably would have been pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I think initially this was a PS3 exclusive,
Yeah.
and now it's on 360 and PS3. So for anybody with a PS3 who hasn't played Gears of War and has no way of playing Gears of War, maybe this is a game for you.
But having said that, it's not an accurate representation of Gears of War because it's not running on the
No, I
Unreal
know.
3
I
engine.
know
It
that.
doesn't look quite as sharp.
No, it
but
doesn't.
It is basically
It's
like
sort of a half-assed version.
one of those
poor
sort
man's
of Chinese knockoff type things.
How's that? Okay, cool. So, brilliant. So, yeah, I've been playing a bit of Fallout 3, but I'm not going to talk about that. I spoke about it last week.
No, because
but-
you could go on
I probably
and on
could, yeah.
about it.
But Dead Rising 2, that also comes out this Friday, and
Yep.
I've also been playing that today.
Yeah.
I
want it. I want my own copy of it, but I can't afford it.
Yeah, Dead Rising 2, pretty cool so far. We've only played a little bit, but it's it's sort of, it is different to the first game in some respects.
Yeah.
It's sort of a neatened up version of the first game. I think
Yeah,
everything that kind of felt wrong about the first game's been changed, and obviously we had K0 that came out about 3 or 4 weeks ago now, the downloadable arcade title for 360.
Yeah, which I still need to get through anyway,
Yeah,
so that's a good excuse for not getting Dead Rising 2
I
yet.
suppose. Yeah, he's basically a bigger version of that in a different setting. Obviously, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I've enjoyed what I've played so far, and I'm really liking it. I like it a lot more than the first one.
I liked it.
So I can't wait to get playing some more of that.
Yeah.
So that's all good. It's all good. Right.
That's pretty much it.
Pretty much what we've been playing. And when we come back from this short break, We're going to be talking about news from the Tokyo Game Show, because this is our Tokyo Game Show special. Okay, hello and welcome back to the Tokyo Game Show special of the Games4all podcast. We're going to crack on with some news. Now, this is all Tokyo Game Show related. It happened last week, I do believe.
Yep. Pretty good show this year.
Yeah, some quite surprising stuff. Lots of stuff announced.
Yep.
And most of these news items are actually announcements of games, so quite a bit to talk about.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a pretty busy news segment. Let's get on with it. First of all, the creator of Resident Evil has actually announced a game called Shadows of the Damned for the 360 and PS3. It's not due to come out till 2011. And it's about a dude who goes to hell to save his true love. What do you think? Have you seen any screenshots or trailers or anything?
I've seen some screenshots of it.
Looks okay.
Yeah.
It looks sort of the kind of, I don't know, sort of games that are coming out around about now, very dark and kind of...
Yeah,
you know.
it fits the tone.
Yeah, so interesting, you know. This is something, I mean, it's not coming out till next year, so
No, I'll get more excited when it close to the time. I mean, I like the concept of it. It's very Greek mythology type thing, archetypal.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's a good solid story. So.
Yeah. So the trailer, there's a trailer for it. It kind of looks... It's like a third-person shooter almost, isn't it, really?
Yeah, there's a lot of that going about.
Yeah, so that... It may not be... I mean, the story may be the only thing that's maybe original about it, and maybe not even that original, but, like, the gameplay itself looks fairly standard third-person shooter stuff, so...
Well, we shall see.
Might be enjoyable, might be just... It might just fall in with the rest of the third-person shooters that are coming out around that time, who knows?
Yeah, well, we'll keep an eye on it.
Yeah, it's interesting, we'll see how it goes, but, we mentioned Dead Rising at the top of the show. We've been playing Dead Rising 2 today. A new downloadable Dead Rising game's been announced.
Awesome.
We had K0, which we just spoke about beginning this month, end of last month, whenever it was, a few weeks ago anyway. But a new downloadable title's been announced for the 360, Dead Rising Case West, and it does actually feature Frank West in it. It's also got the protagonist from Dead Rising 2, Chuck Green. He's in it as well. So
cool.
Should be interesting. It's going to be downloadable arcade title exclusive to the 360.
So if you're a big fan of the first game, this is kind of like the crossover.
Yeah. And it all takes place after Dead Rising 2. So I imagine it won't be out for another month or two, just to give people a chance to get Dead Rising 2 and play through it.
Do you reckon there'll be anything sort of crossing over from Dead Rising 2? You reckon, like you could with K0, you could carry a character over to Dead Rising 2. Do you reckon you'll be able to carry anything over to this?
It's possible. I don't know. I mean,
we don't know. I mean,
but
at
the moment it's sort of been announced, and there's been some screenshots and I think a little bit of video and stuff on the net, and not a great amount of detail about what this is going to be. It's basically pretty much going to be like a K0 thing, but I imagine it'll have co-op. Yeah, which is kind of cool. I'll probably get it if it's like the same as K0. It's like 400 points or whatever. I think I'll probably get it.
Yeah, I most likely will as well. But I'll probably wait until after I get.
Yeah, I'll probably play Dead Rising 2 first and see how I go on with that. But that's interesting. I think they had a lot of success with K0. A lot of people downloaded it and liked it and felt that it was a pretty good idea. I mean, I personally thought it was a really cool way of getting people used to, you know, what Dead Rising 2 was going to be before the game really came out. Yeah. Without really releasing a demo or anything, which is kind of cool. So, yeah, I guess they've had some success with this, and that's what they're going to do now as some kind of epilogue to Dead Rising 2.
Well, no, I'm all for it. I liked K0.
Yeah. Okay, so reboots and prequels and stuff are a big deal. Yeah. These days,
it's very popular.
Not just in video. I mean, more in movies, but now they're sort of it's spilling over into video games and stuff. Okay. Devil May Cry franchise you're particularly bothered about?
Well, I played a few.
Yeah, I mean, it's more a PlayStation... It was a PlayStation exclusive for the first 3 games, I do believe. Devil May Cry 4 obviously came out on 360, PC and PS3, I do believe. And I own number 4, played it, thought it was okay. Haven't played it since. But Capcom have announced a reboot, basically, Devil May Cry, for this gen, with a slightly younger looking emo-ish Dante and what have you.
A lot of people aren't very happy with it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a trailer and a few screenshots, and you know, it looks like Devil May Cry. I mean, I don't really know why they're not just called this Devil May Cry 5 and just throwing a different character in there altogether. I mean, I don't quite get it. But
so I think because they had the whole different character in it. I mean, as far as I know, they left quite a few loose ends at the end of 4. I honestly can't remember, to be honest. It's been a while since I played it. Yeah, and a lot of people like complaining, well, why didn't they just sort of carry on that story? Why are they doing a reboot? And, no, it's a very odd choice, a very odd direction.
Yeah, it is a bit strange that they've decided just to kind of like start afresh with this. Maybe it's what it needs. Maybe. But personally, it all looks much the same to me. I don't see whether they'd slap the title Devil May Cry 5 on the end of it, or whether it's just Devil May Cry. I don't think that makes a difference. I think it would.
Well, we've not really seen any gameplay yet, have we?
No, it's all pretty much just a pre-rendered trailer. But gathering from that, it just kind of looks pretty much like what you'd expect from Devil May Cry. That doesn't seem like they're going to do anything new or original or different with it. Well, I could be wrong. Wait until we see some gameplay, maybe. I don't know. But like I say, an interesting choice for a reboot, not what I would have expected.
No, I mean, there are a lot of older games that I think are more deserving of a reboot than this. I mean, it seems to be going pretty well. I think Devil May Cry 4 did. It
didn't do too bad. I think it was more down to the fact that it was on multi-platform. Yeah, that it had some success, but it was alright. I mean, it was graphically quite a really good game, actually, but gameplay wise, it's the same old shit. It's very repetitive, and you do the game and then you go back and do everything again, sort of thing, backwards. But in reverse. Yeah, so that's the one thing that I think I remember about that game the most, and it's just like, not that excited about this personally. I could take it or leave it, but when this comes out, I probably will give it a look and we'll probably talk about it on the show. Who knows? Yeah. And maybe they will do something completely original with it. That would be great. I mean, that's really what we're looking for here. Yeah. We're not looking for the same shit repackaged. We're looking for something new.
I don't know. There's some old shit that I quite like repackaged.
Fair dues.
But this isn't one of them.
Definitely not. Okay. Well, I also forgot to mention it's being developed by Ninja Theory. He made a Heavenly Sword, I think. Yeah. Is that correct? Yes. So they're making...
And they're making
the new, in quotation marks, I say new, Devil May Cry.
Yeah, it's DMC Devil May Cry, isn't it?
Is it?
That's what I think. That's the official title of it.
Oh, okay.
It's all getting hip with the
youngsters. Makes all the fucking difference. We're not going to talk too much about this, but Ninja Gaiden 3 was announced actually during Tokyo Game Show. Yeah. How you feel about that? You played? I played Sigma, I do believe it was called, the first one. Yeah. Ish. And Ninja Gaiden 2, some of that.
Yeah. I played it on the Xbox, and I played the demo of the PS3 version, which is kind of like the redo version where they took out all the gore and added jiggling boobs.
Yes. Anyway, jiggling boobs aside,
you should never put jiggling boobs aside.
Yeah, I know. Ninja Gaiden 3, bothered about it or not? I mean, it's been published by Tecmo, I imagine, who've brought us Quantum Theory.
Yeah, I don't know. I know. When it first came out and I first played, I played the demo of the second one on the Xbox first, and then went out and bought the game, so I enjoyed it, and it wasn't quite all that.
They are quite tough games. That's the one thing that puts me off. The difficulty ramps up really quickly.
Because we're getting on a bit now.
Don't say that. There's the one thing that puts me off about the Ninja Gaiden series. Yeah. Gaiden, whatever. They are quite difficult games. Yeah, and I find myself getting really frustrated with them, and I give up very easily. But, So to me, personally, not that fussed about it. No. But may still have a look into this when it comes out.
We'll see. I mean, it's a popular franchise. Yeah. So...
I imagine it's 360, PS3, the usual kind of thing. I don't think there's not been...
I don't think there'll be any the final details have been announced, or anything.
What was a big surprise for me at Tokyo Game Show was the amount of stuff being released for Kinect.
I know.
that's a huge shock to me. Because,
yeah, that's weird because obviously Microsoft being an American company, you'd have expected lots more info at E3 and everything, and for it to come out of Japan, that's...
Yeah, I mean, there's at least a good 5 or 6 games announced. We'll go over some of them in a minute. Quite strange, though. I mean, like, it seems very strange for the Japanese to get behind a piece of American tech so hardcore sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it is an impressive tool if it works and it actually it's utilised correctly. But I'm quite surprised the Japanese got behind it so much.
Well, I think it's new tech and it's different, and they're all into that.
Yeah.
So they're all like trying different things. So
yeah, it was surprising. But Steel Battalion. Do you know much about Steel Battalion?
No.
I think it's a pre-existing IP that's now being brought to 360. No real gameplay of that. How that's going to work, we don't know with the whole Kinect thing. But there's a trailer, and at the end of it, it says it's for Kinect. That's all we get from it.
Okay.
But I mean, anything that coming out for Kinect is got to be good for the sales of Kinect, because at the end of the day, the hardware is nothing. It's not worth getting unless there's the software support for it. So and there seems to be a decent amount of support for it.
Yeah.
So it's shaping up pretty good. I mean, like I say, Steel Battalion. This Codename D thing, which looks very bizarre. Have you seen the trailer for that?
No, I've not seen
it's
that.
It's like a theme park type thing where you fight against these creature type things wearing like animals' heads.
Nice.
I don't know. It's a little odd. But that's basically just a teaser trailer. We don't know really what that is, what that's about, what it's really going to look like. So a lot. I mean, I will say this: a lot of the stuff they announced was pretty much just teasery stuff. So yeah. Project Draco, which this intrigues me. This might be what pushes me to get a Kinect. Yeah, it's the Panzer Dragoon, but it's not actually called Panzer Dragoon because it's not really.
It's not part of the thing, but it's the same guy created it.
Yeah,
I mean, it starts off the trailer. They don't look much like the Panzer Dragoon dragons. Panzer Dragoon, obviously, it was a franchise that came out on the Sega Saturn, and there was one release on the original Xbox.
Yeah, all published by Sega, though. Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, the first 2 games were like rail shooters flying on dragons, a bit like sort of Star Fox.
Very cool, though. I remember.
Yeah,
I was addicted to Panzer Dragoon 2.
And Panzer Dragoon Saga was like their big epic RPG.
Yeah.
Which was amazing. Probably is still one of my favourite games of all time.
And even I've played some of that and thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, so. That's like the only RPG
I think I've actually liked. Yeah.
So that's good. So anything to do with this, I mean, like you said, it's not being directly linked to it, but
it pretty much is. Without being called Panzer Dragoon.
You look at the design of the dragons, and they've got like very similar sort of horn coming out of the top front of their faces.
Yeah.
It's the typical sort of style of Panzer Dragoon style dragons, the whole lasers in the throat type thing.
The basic concept seems much the same.
And some of the concept art you can see there's definite sort of nods to it. Even in like the character design of the riders, the clothes they wear look very similar to what Panzer Dragoon is. So
yeah, I got to admit, I got a little excited when I saw the trailer for this. It's actually pretty cool. Yeah. So and it's Kinect, so you get to control it with your body. How fucking amazing is that?
Well, if you looked at the trailer, when you see like the riders, they're like standing on the dragons, sort of leaning. So I have a feeling it's probably going to be that, which would be
pretty cool. Yeah, definitely. So. Okay, that's awesome. Something else announced for Kinect was a game called Haunt, and it's sort of the kids' family-ish, sort of semi-spooky game thing. That's what I kind of took away from it. That it was sort of not a horror game. But it's aimed for like kids and sort of more of a family game, but sort of a little creepy, kind of Goosebumps kind of thing.
Yeah. Sort of Ghost Train, Haunted Mansion type.
Yeah. Very cartoony, but brief trailer for that. Didn't really. I mean, none of these show any real gameplay. Some of them don't even give an inkling as to how these are going to be controlled at all. Who knows? Maybe some of this stuff's still being worked out, but. So that's interesting. And another game that's kind of the opposite, but not of Haunt, if that makes any sense, is a game called Rise of Nightmares. This is the adult version of Haunt.
Okay.
It's some fucked up shit. Okay.
Nice.
So, once again, no idea as to exactly what it is. It's just a bunch of, like, fucked up, horrific imagery, but, like, who knows what it is, really. It looks pretty cool, though. So, there's quite a wide range of things coming out for Kinect. I mean, you've got your basic fitness and sports stuff that obviously...
Yeah. Your party games.
Yeah, your party games, the fun stuff. And then you've got this kind of more adult kind of stuff coming into play, and, you know... I don't mean adult stuff, but you know what I mean? Like, slightly more grown-up games.
Yeah. Before it was like, the Kinect, all I'd seen of it that I actually liked and thought I'd be into was maybe that Star Wars game if they got it right.
Yeah.
And Kinectimals, because I'm a sad, lonely man. But, no, with some of this stuff, it's looking more and more promising.
Yeah.
And more interesting.
Is the thing. I mean, a lot of people... I don't know, to get back on this bandwagon of people knocking Kinect, obviously. I think it's a pretty cool piece of tech, and we're going to get one. But, like, you know, the hardcore, let's just say, basically are knocking it because you're not going to be able to play shooters and things like that on it. But here's the thing. I don't know if anyone's really thought of it. I mean, what is to stop it... It's designed to work with the human body, but also... Yeah. There's no reason why you can't throw in a piece of, another piece of hardware that you can hold to actually control it as well. So in other words, there's no reason why you couldn't have some kind of light gun that actually communicates with the 360 and knows when a trigger's being pulled and that kind of stuff. You know, so you can use both kind of controllers at the same time.
Leading to sort of what I was saying about possibilities in the future.
Yeah,
maybe
so I'd like to see a light gun game for Kinect, that's aimed more towards the hardcore to shut them up. Because I'd play that shit. It'd be awesome. Yeah, I mean,
I totally would as well.
I mean, I don't consider myself a hardcore gamer, but I play hardcore games. So, like, you know, I'd be interested in it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, I mean, a lot of people don't like Kinect. They don't like the idea that they're knocking it already before it's even really come out.
I think the big thing is because so much was promised of it, and now all. Like the specs have been released and they know what it's capable of. It's not as powerful as they were hyping it up. I think people were just maybe overhyped for it.
Possibly.
But it doesn't mean it still can't be good. It doesn't mean they still can't improve upon it.
Yeah. Well, we've got about a month and a half to, see what happens, you know?
Yeah.
I'm excited. I want to get one just for the fun sort of sports games and the kids' games and stuff. I think it'd be awesome.
Cool.
But, like I say, bring out a light gun game for it. I'll get it.
All right.
Okay,
Well, no, I can't say all right because I have no control. But no, I'm thinking, that sort of thing would tempt me to buy it more.
Yeah.
I think it will end up getting one, but probably wait for a while.
Yeah.
Probably. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I think even last week we mentioned something about the 3DS and. Because you were talking a bit about some of the technology behind the 3DS.
Yes.
You said as a demo they had Metal Gear Solid 3, I think it was running on it. That's actually officially been announced. That's going to come out 2011 for the 3DS.
Excellent.
Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. So nice little announcement.
Yeah. Of the PlayStation 2 Metal Gear games, both of them that came out, that was probably the best one. And my favourite.
Cool.
The one I got closest to actually playing properly.
Awesome.
But no, just to be able to run it, you know that it's going to be an impressive bit of kit.
Yeah.
You just know.
So actually DS had a pretty big showing at the Tokyo Game Show. I think they haven't really mentioned it. They had more games there than on any other platform.
Yeah. Well, that kind of wasn't that surprising.
No, I'm just saying. It's, you know... So, pretty cool. Coming close to the end of the news, actually.
Already?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Are you familiar with the franchise Yakuza?
Yes.
Sega make.
Yeah.
Big thing in Japan, huge in Japan, not so much over here.
It kind of very reminiscent of, you remember Shenmue on the Dreamcast, I think. It might be made by some of the same people. It's made by the
same people, yeah. Pretty sure it is.
And it's a very similar style game.
Yeah. It is a PS3... exclusive type dealio at the moment. It was PlayStation 2, I do believe. Before. Yeah. But they've kind of done something that, like, a lot of games are doing now, and they've added zombies.
Yeah.
And so, like, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with zombies, but, like, every game... It's kind of fun and kind of cool when, you know, the Treyarch guys added it to Call of Duty World at War, Nazi zombies. Who doesn't like the idea of that? That's kind of fun, you know? But, like, are we going to see this trend of everybody, like, releasing games and it's like, oh, it's zombie mode?
Yeah.
It's fun, you know, don't get me wrong, but it's going to get really, really tedious quickly if everyone starts to do it.
I mean, especially when they're still actually releasing zombie games like Dead Rising 2
yeah, I know.
and all that. But, yeah, zombies everywhere.
I mean, you know, it's... The zombie thing was cool while it was still kind of really popular, but, like, I think now the trends... the popularity of zombies, I think, are dipping slightly. I'm not as fussed about zombie games anymore and zombie movies. Yeah, I don't think me personally, I'm as fussed whether a game's got this kind of extra mode or not. Really, it's just something I think they're doing just to kind of get the Yakuza back in the news again, I guess, or something. Let's throw zombies in there. You know, probably be quite fun, but you know, doesn't make a game good. So.
What do you think, sort of Japanese mafia and zombies? That could be pretty cool.
It could work right, you know. It looks kind of fun, but like I say, if every game starts doing this, I mean, Gears of War with like zombie cog, you know, soldiers, would that work for you? I mean, is that too much?
Yeah, I don't think that's necessary.
Exactly, well, there you go then. So, we'll see.
I'd laugh if they did it though. It's the sort of thing that Cliff Bleszinski would throw in there just because...
I don't know, I think they're doing pretty cool stuff with Beast Mode, actually.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go a little bit off topic. Now, something that is way off topic, actually, because we were concentrating on Tokyo Game Show news, something that we cannot ignore.
I know.
On this show.
Well, I know you can't.
I can't ignore it.
I can't really ignore it. I've got to be honest.
Okay, well, basically, Tuesday, some Bioshock Infinite gameplay was released into the world.
Yeah.
And
I couldn't believe it, to be quite honest.
I'll be honest. Wow.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I still think it's too early to be bringing out this gameplay stuff. You know what I mean? Because this game does not come out until 2012.
No.
So it's a long way off. For people like me who are excited, who are fans of Bioshock. Yeah, this is... It's a bit of a shame that they've given us so much so soon.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I mean, last week we were talking about some screenshots. They looked amazing. Now we've got the gameplay footage. That's a billion times more amazing. But there's only so much stuff they can really show us. And, you know, there's quite a long period of time before this comes out. And, you know, to keep people interested, I think they're giving away too much too soon. But, having said that, the footage was fucking amazing.
Yeah. Just a bit. I
defy anyone to watch this and not say, yeah, that looks pretty good.
I can't see how all that will make it into the final game. That has to be some sort of concept thing. But even so, if it looks half as good as what was in there, it's like, whoa.
Yeah, I know. It is pretty amazing. I mean...
it also shows like a bit of the story, a bit of the setting and everything. Which
they're doing things a little differently. You've kind of got this whole... your main character that you play as has dialogue.
Yeah.
And, you know, you are physically there interacting with other characters rather than, you know...
The little intro at the beginning and then...
Yeah, I mean, you literally have someone fighting alongside you, helping you out, not just a voice on a radio or something.
Yeah.
Not some sort of, you know... Faces.
Irish.
Yeah, so, well, yeah, exactly. Some kind of just a voice guiding you, telling you what to do, whatever.
Yeah.
You have, you know, other characters who are on your side.
And your character yourself kind of speaks his mind, you know, sort of says
what you may be thinking.
Yeah, and what you should be doing.
Pretty cool. I'm extremely excited about where they're going with this, because they're doing some different stuff with it.
They are doing some different stuff, but I have to say, looking at it, it still looks and feels like Bioshock. Absolutely. Even though it's completely different setting and everything. It seems so familiar. It's so like
anyone who hasn't seen this, try and go online and look for it. you know, it's on Xbox Live.
Yeah,
You can
Xbox
download
Live had it first, but I think it is all up over the
It's pretty
internet
much
now.
all over the net now. If you're even the slightest bit intrigued or excited about Bioshock, yeah, definitely look at this. It's like 10 minutes worth.
Yeah, I was happy, I was scared, I was confused, I was in awe, my jaw dropped. It was amazing.
It is amazing. So I mean, hopefully it's just a taster of things to come as far as Bioshock Infinite goes. But yeah, very excited about it. Shame that it's such a long wait, really, and it's a shame they've given us this kind of amazing video.
Because now we're probably not going to hear anything until
That's what I mean.
the next lot of games.
This really
shows.
should have been sort of thrown at us sort of partway into the new year, maybe, I think. But I'm hoping they don't give away too much too soon, and that we still get enough tidbits of like information and screenshots and footage and stuff, you know, like, spread out between now and the game comes out, enough to keep us interested and not to kind of hopefully they don't blow their wad too soon, you know. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's pretty much the news for this week. We're going to take another quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about some of this week's releases, which we've already sort of talked about. But anyway, break time. Hello and welcome back to the Games4all podcast.
Howdy.
So this week we've actually got some games coming out. So we've dropped the topic and we're going to talk about these games. We've already mentioned Dead Rising 2 and Quantum Theory.
Yeah.
We're going to be putting videos of them up, hopefully Friday for release, if not Saturday. So please check your iTunes and all that other stuff. Don't
expect a lot of talk from me on those because you know you're the one who's got the games.
I've played a bit more, but so there will be a Dead Rising 2 and a Quantum Theory video going up. Hopefully, we'll put the Dead Rising one up first, and Quantum Theory will probably, you know, hopefully go up
if we can be bothered.
Yeah, you know,
if we can play enough of it and sort of.
But very very pleasantly surprised by Dead Rising 2. Yes, well, sort of surprising, not really. Really like the first game, so there's some vast improvements over the first game.
I mean, even graphically, it just looks sharper and looks better. I mean, I was a bit worried about because in Case Zero, I saw some like the textures close up. I think, oh, they look a bit grainy, blah blah.
But
blah.
it is a
and then
downloadable game. So,
and then it went out. But
I still think it looks pretty. Even that looked pretty good to me. If I'm honest,
yeah. I mean, when you actually got into the game and saw the amount of zombies on the screen, it looked good. But this one, it just looks.
It is great. Yeah, absolutely. So, going to be playing some more of that. We'll be talking about that a bit more in depth next week, hopefully.
Fantastic.
Quantum Theory, obviously, we've sort of shared our thoughts about it. There'll be a video going up. We'll go into a little bit more detail, hopefully, on that. But what we haven't talked about, a couple more games coming out this week.
Yep.
Batman, Brave and the Bold.
That's on the Wii, isn't it?
Wii and DS.
And DS.
You like Batman?
I do like Batman, but I've always struggled with Brave and the Bold.
Okay.
Because it's kind of goes back to sort of the more sort of 60s camp out there thing, whereas I prefer my sort of dark, moody.
Yeah, I think majority of people probably do. This is sort of
this is very sort of kids friendly.
Yeah,
this is sort of superhero squad.
Hence the sort of DS version of it as well.
Yeah, the Super Friends kind of. Well, I wouldn't say successor, but in that sort of spirit, kind of thing.
So that's out for Wii DS. I've
heard quite good things about it.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I've heard nothing about it really.
I mean, it's kind of it's a 2D sort of beat 'em up type thing, but you know, old school style. But you know, it looks fairly crisp. The animation looks very sort of close to the cartoon. Yeah. So if you're a big fan of the series, and I know a lot of people are, then this could
might be worth picking up if you've got a Wii or a DS. Yeah, absolutely. Another game that a sequel to a game that came out on the Wii, a very successful first-person shooter called Conduit, made by Sega.
Yeah.
Conduit 2 comes out this week. Not played the first one. Was intrigued to play it.
Yeah.
But never got around to it.
I actually heard some fairly bad things about the first one.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, I heard that it was kind of a huge letdown.
Really? Well, I heard good things from when it was from before it came out, and it was showing at a lot of game shows.
Yeah,
and,
I think it was a
the
lot
tech
of
was running on Wii, and
hype for it and everything. But
I think it did okay though.
Yeah.
Considering. Anyway, Conduit 2, that's out this week. Can't talk much about that because I don't really know much about it anyway, but it is a first-person shooter, I do believe.
Yeah.
For the Wii.
Yeah.
It may do alright, it may not, who knows, we'll see how it goes.
We'll look up and sort of read other people's opinions of it.
And form our own.
Yeah, form our own from that.
No,
well,
that isn't what we do here.
No, we just kind of share opinions. We don't form opinions if we have no basis for them.
True.
So
that pretty much covers the releases this week. Fairly solid week. Not, things are getting hotting up a bit now.
Yep.
We've got some real cool stuff coming out in the next month.
Yeah, we're right at the end of September now,
so
and October is when it's all
getting
kicking.
good. Yeah, so looking forward to that. Just
one game coming out next month that I'm extremely excited about.
Oh, yes, we know. Okay, so just enough time to talk about our live shows. Now, next week...
Oh, it's crept up on us.
It has. Next week is our first in a series of 3 live shows.
Ooh.
So, next week, you can, on the Thursday, not the Wednesday, because we record on Wednesdays nowadays, but we are planning to have a live show Thursday night next week from about 7:30.
Awesome. Greenwich Mean Time.
Yep. It's going to be our console special, our console lineup special. So we're going to talk about what games are coming out for this holiday season, and even looking into next year.
Yep.
We're talking about what games we're most excited about, what games we think will do well, what games we don't think will do well, that kind of stuff. And then on the 28th of October, so next month, we are going to have our Halloween special. That's also going to go live around 7 o'clock. Should be interesting.
Yeah.
And then the big one, which is our New Year special type dealio, which is obviously the 31st of December. That's going to be a big one. That's huge. We've got a lot of stuff planned for it, and hopefully all of it goes to plan. So it's going to be between 2.5 to 3 hours long.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So we'll be seeing in the New Year on live on Ustream.
Yeah.
So if you want to listen to the show next week, the live show, if you want to hear it live anyway, go on Ustream and look up Games4all podcast, or go to our website, which is www.games4allpodcast.com, and on there is a little window at the bottom with Ustream. If you just click the play button at around about 7 o'clock next week, then you should be able to hear us live through that. Facebook as well. I think you'll be able to listen to it on Facebook.
Yep. We'll also be trying to post some reminders on Facebook and Twitter,
which is tweeting and all that kind of stuff.
Twitter.com/Games4all.
Indeed it is. Well done. So, you say it every week, so I don't know. I'm surprised that you get it right. So yeah, live shows should be good. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be... You'll be nervous, but I think it'll be good.
I'm always nervous. I'm nervous when we do the recorded shows.
You're hosting next week, aren't you?
Oh, shit.
Nah, that's right. I'll host it. It's no problem.
Okay, awesome.
But yeah, we've got a few things planned for next week. The Halloween special should be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to that one, actually. Got some.
I bet you are. You get.
Yeah, okay. And then, obviously, we've got the New Year one. That's going to be pretty amazing, because we're going to be drinking, God knows. It could all go completely wrong. But all of these live shows will be available the next day to download via iTunes or via our podcast feed. So, interesting.
If you're of a sensitive nature or an ethnic minority, you may prefer the downloaded version.
Okay, that's not good. Right, so yeah, we will cut stuff out of the... most of the time we'll cut a few bits and pieces out. But the interesting thing about the live shows is you get to hear us before, during and after the show, really. So
this is when all the good shit happens.
This is all the good shit happens, yeah. So thank you very much for listening. Again, we've had pretty good downloads this month. I want to thank you all for downloading and contributing and, no, not contributing.
If you want to contribute,
please feel free. It's the email address, if you do wish to contribute, is podcast@games4allpodcast.com. Number 4, remember that. Write that down. So
you think people have been trying to email us and they've just been typing Games4all as in for the word and not
No, I don't think so. Anyway, thank you very much for listening. We appreciate everyone who downloads, listens to, and subscribes to our podcast. Got a message for anyone? Anyone? Everyone?
No.
No, alright, fair enough. Thank you very much for listening, and goodbye.
Fare thee well.
Whoa. Okay, we'll see you next week live on Ustream.